Okay, so here's something like the audio quality. Here's something I don't usually do. First of all, Tijuana Brass t-shirt. Seriously, if you can see Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass while he or they are on tour right now, unbelievable show. I don't usually do this. I'm usually in the loft, which, as you may understand, if you understand the language, is the top of the domicile here. Currently, I'm in the basement, which is the bottom of the domicile here. So yes, I am a person on YouTube recording from my basement. People have been enjoying the random reviews from the Markives videos. Those were done when all of the collection, I believe all of it, was in boxes in the loft that just happened to be near where I record the reviews. Currently, that has all been moved. Now, I did record a whole bunch of those. I recorded like 10 of those and I drop them one a week. So you'll keep seeing those in that form for a while. If anybody is interested in more, they're going to be done from down here in the future. Hopefully, eventually, stuff will be organized. But I'll give you a little peek of what's going on here. We had water in the basement and had to redo the basement, and it has been redone in a glorious 70s church basement style. So we've got the green tile floor, so if there's water again, it's not going to ruin everything, and everything is up off the floor. And I've brought the entire collection of the Markives back from the various places it was spread. It was really spread across multiple states with multiple good friends and family to keep it safe, and in one case it wound up taking a serious hit, but it is all here now. And if you look, it is just, wow, look at all them tapes. Look at all them tapes. Some of which I've watched and many of which I haven't. I'm not really doing, this is just a little thing. I really love I don't know how to flip. Can I flip the picture? I don't think I can flip it while I'm recording it. I really love the 80s or mid 80s era Warner clamshell tapes like this. I'm a sucker for them. So I basically pick them up whenever I can cheap because maybe it's an OCD thing or a CDO thing. I really love them arranged like in a row. It's just, there's something that it pleases me on the shelf. So you can see here, eventually I'll do like a proper video with all this stuff, but I've got these, I've got some of the old Disney tapes, the old big box white Disney tapes that, have all kinds of stuff that's not very common. And maybe it's on Disney Plus. I don't know. Not a major Disney fan. I just kind of like those. I've got stuff like Frankenstein 80. It's the horror stuff. You get the old Elvira big box thriller video stuff. This all came from local video stores that were just ditching this stuff en masse as DVD became popular. And Something Weird. Huge fan of Something Weird. If you follow my other activities that I'm honing driving, we're going to have Lisa Petrucci from Something Weird Video coming out on July 4th or 5th. Look it up, to do a show of Something Weird stuff, and she's going to be vending stuff there. Tons of stuff. I've got the old cut box Club Life. Who knows what this is? This isn't a random reviews thing. I'm just basically showing you the state of where all this stuff is now. Because I still have boxes of this stuff to unload, boxes and boxes of all my media. But I'll give you a little walking tour. I'll do it again maybe when it's all properly. This is going to be the room. It's all in the vault, as I call it. So it's just tons of DVDs and Blu-rays, CDs and CDRs, DVD-Rs. My self-recorded collection of tapes. I was a tape-a-maniac. I had a VCR. And then I had another VCR, and you know what you do with two VCRs. Tape two shows at the same time while watching a third. So just tons of stuff. I used to do a lot of tape trading, so I still have a ton of VHS that hopefully is in playable condition. I think when I was numbering these things, I maxed out somewhere in the 400s, but as time has gone on, I've gotten rid of a lot of it because they were, dupes of rental tapes that I've since gotten on DVD, or dupes or Blu-ray, dupes of things I recorded off cable that I like things widescreen and looking good. So you can see this is really by no means finished. This is just me kind of getting it all on shelves so I can start organizing it. All kinds of tapes. I've got just a mass of discs and more tapes behind me. And what do we have over here? We have a wall of these are too deep, more tapes and discs. We've got can we see that? My laser discs. What do we have here? We've got Faster Pussycat Kill Kill on Laserdisc. And we've got, what's this? This is the old deluxe edition, if I can frame that right, of Goldfinger. So I've got tons of stuff, and I'm trying to get it in some kind of order. So I've always not wanted to be, nothing against anybody else who does stuff on the line, but I've always not wanted to be the guy who is sitting in front of a shelf of all his discs doing reviews, just to break it up visually, basically to give you something far less interesting visually to look at. It's basically just this. But this is the project I'm working on when I'm not doing my job or living life or actually leaving the house once in a while. A basement dweller with just boxes and boxes of ex-rental tapes and stuff I bought. And again, more of the Warner clamshell stuff. Hey, look, it's the Big Brawl, the old Warner clamshell version of it. There's a much better version of this, Battle Creek Brawl, on Blu-ray from Shout Factory, but I like the nostalgia of this. It was the stuff you could never afford to own when it first came out, and then one by one, great lighting in here. You can see why I don't do it down here. Stuff you could never afford to buy because videotape was so expensive back then, and one by one, the video stores would sell it off, and you could pick up stuff like Legend of the Wolf Woman for a couple bucks because they were goofy movies that normal people didn't want. The video store originally got them just to fill out the shelves, and everybody was upgrading to DVD. So that's where my VHS copy of Night Patrol from my dearly beloved, dearly departed video headquarters came from. So yeah, maybe I'll do that someday. I'll just go through these tapes. Maybe I'll go through them in order. Maybe I'll do some more random polls and tell you my history with the video stores they came from, or what I remember of when I got these. It's so funny. I can't tell you exactly what I have. I almost never buy anything I already have, and I can usually tell you where I got it in a little story. So anyway, I don't know if this is interesting to anybody. Lighting certainly isn't. Hopefully it's in focus. I don't know. Probably the wall behind me is in focus. I don't know how this works. So this is the Markives proper. This is where they live for the most part. This is hopefully where they will all live. Eventually this will look better. If anybody's interested, I'll post updates as I organize this stuff because it's going to take a while. Thank you for watching. As the youth say, like, subscribe, whatever. If you see any reviews that I do and there's a link under it for Amazon, if you use the Amazon link to buy it, they send me pennies. It never really amounts to much, but they send me pennies that might allow me to buy, a Tijuana Brass hat someday. Anyway, see ya.